Darren Rovell from the Action Network here with Jay Croucher, the director of trading for PointsBet. Jay, as the season goes on, the lines get tighter, and I'm looking down the list for week 13, and I'm thinking, nope. And then you get to the juicy ones, and you're like, I don't know. Now, if you look at the Tampa Bay Atlanta game, opened at 10, now at 10.5. Brady really hasn't been the same. The half on a 10 is that's a tough hook. What are we seeing in that game?
So people just don't want to bet on Atlanta. They don't want to ride with this team, having seen them get destroyed in big games lately, particularly against the Cowboys and the Patriots. And the Bucs, even without Antonio Brown, even without Brady looking at his best, they still put up 38 points against the Colts. So there still is confidence that they'll be able to score. This Atlanta team quietly is still in the playoff race somehow in the NFC. So they'll be well incentivized to be pushing and potentially to score late to get a backdoor cover. But most people, they don't want to bet on this team going against Tom Brady with Gronkowski the way he's looking and still having Evans and Godwin. They've still got a lot of weapons. And they also annihilated Atlanta when they first played. And so I think that's in people's minds as well.
All right. Houston for a while was actually covering some games, and now that line is one of the biggest movers of the week, going from 7 to 10, minus 10 for Indianapolis. What are you seeing on this game?
So we can't make this line big enough at the moment. We've got over 90% of our handle on the Colts at the spread. I think there's just a lot of confidence that Indianapolis can score heavily. This game has got 150 yards and 3 touchdowns for Jonathan Taylor written all over it. And then as well, Indianapolis showed against the Bucs that they can throw the ball. I know that was a big story that Taylor wasn't getting the ball, but Carson Wentz had a really good game and probably his best game, of the season and maybe in 2 or 3 seasons, given how bad he was last year. But the fact that they have that dimension that, they can stretch the field with the pass and they're not limited to just running Taylor over and over again gives bettors confidence. I think that the Colts can put up a giant score on Houston.
I feel like Jonathan Taylor is like the most talked about offensive force in the league right now. So I think that's what's making people comfortable to bet on the Colts.
I think so. And we make him, the clear favorite for offensive player of the year. I think the MVP buzz around Taylor is a little excessive. I don't think he has a really good chance to win that award. They would have to run the slate and then maybe he would get in the discussion. But I think that offensive player of the year, given that he's got 300 scrimmage yards more than any other player, leading the league in touchdowns, clear identity of his team, I think that Taylor is the guy for offensive player of the year.
All right, let's talk Jacksonville Rams. I mean, I decided to go with the big ones because they do look the juiciest. What do we see there? I'm looking right now, and obviously you see that Jacksonville, they got that 9-6 win against Buffalo. People thought maybe they were going to do okay. They've lost 4 of 5. LA, of course, they've also lost 3 in a row after looking great. Is that going to creep up to 2 touchdowns and get to another key number?
So it's actually been moving down towards Jacksonville, where I think that people are just sick of losing money on the Rams, where they haven't been covering, they haven't been winning. There's 2 things where Matt Stafford hasn't looked good for 3 weeks now. He's looked just bad. And with all the reports of him being banged up, I think that people are less confident, laying almost 2 touchdowns with Stafford. And then almost the bigger concern is that this Rams defense hasn't been good, where they get Von Miller to complement Aaron Donald, they've got Jalen Ramsey in the secondary. This was close to the best defense in the league last year, but, they were hemorrhaging points to San Francisco and to Green Bay. And while you don't need an elite defense to contain the Jags, I think the thought is that there's just too much uncertainty around this Rams team without Robert Woods, with Stafford ailing, to be laying big numbers with them.
Yeah, when they got Von Miller, people were like, oh, let's make them the favorite for the Super Bowl. And then they went the other way.
Exactly. So we think there's still a lot of talent on this Rams team. If Stafford can get back to the MVP form that he was showing at the start of the year, then, they have a chance. But it's just so hard for them now with the division. Now that they're so far back of Arizona won the first matchup, so they've got the tiebreak at the moment. So the Rams are probably going to be a 5 seed at best, and that's going to be pretty difficult to win the Super Bowl from that spot. But there still is a lot of talent on this team.
Jay Croucher, the director of trading for PointsBet. Thanks for joining us to talk about Week 13 in the NFL.
Thanks, Darren.
Make sure you check out all of PointsBet's promotions, including this one for Sunday Night Football.